So this is the number one question I see from Shiba Inu holders. I get it in my videos all the time. When is Shiba Inu going to set a new all-time high? Why aren't we at a new all-time high yet? And I think there's a big misunderstanding when it comes to this because Shiba Inu shouldn't be at a new all-time high yet. In fact, some things that have taken place earlier on this market cycle have led people to this misunderstanding that it should be. But the good news is that we're at this point where we're not that far away from it. It's a lot closer than people realize. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at SHIB price, it's doing actually very well. We're up about 5x from the bear market low. That is not a bad spot to be in, especially for a coin that is sentiment driven. Most meme coins are. And we're looking really good heading into alt season. Now, what I will say is that we had a very strange occurrence earlier on in this market cycle. And this took place obviously at the end of February leading into March. And why this is strange is, if you followed me on the channel during that time, we talked about these exact movements. We talked about this exact breakout in terms of SHIB before it was happening. And what I said was that I would not be surprised by a cool down somewhere around, 40s19, 40s20. That would have made a lot of sense. But we got something different. We got a little burst of outside capital entering the space, new retail crypto holders that entered the space for the first time. And it caused a little bit of boom across the market. We saw it with SHIB, we saw it with ADA, we saw it with many other assets throughout the space. And that led SHIB to actually move to a much higher price point than it should have been. It actually got over a 2x higher than that spot where it frankly should have stopped. And now at that time, we probably would have cooled down. We would have come back down to 40s12. That would have made a lot of sense before now climbing to these ranges that we were at. But what caused this to happen was the push by institutional money, creating a new all-time high in terms of BTC. First time BTC has ever set a new all-time high before the halving. So it changed things just a little bit earlier on. Now, fast forward to today. SHIB is performing quite well. It's gone on some nice surges. We're seeing good foundational growth. These fundamentals for SHIB have been very good for a long period of time, and they're only continuing to improve. Now, people will say, doesn't that mean we should be at an all-time high, BTC at, close to 100K and all these things happening? No. Normally, assets, especially blue chip ones that have been here from cycle to cycle to cycle, they normally don't hit new all-time highs until just after the year of the halving. So January, February, somewhere in there is about the time that SHIB would normally see a new all-time high. This isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. But when we look around the space right now, we have to look at what is actually at an all-time high. It's either assets that were low caps to begin with, ones that made, some significant surges with the excitement here recently, ones that are pushing all-time highs right now, maybe some of those US-based cryptos that now with the US, the change in US policy that's going to be coming, this pro-crypto embrace with the new administration coming in, those ones have pumped and done exceptionally well. But we haven't still seen the big retail FOMO. We haven't seen the big wave of outside capital yet. The extended one, the one that lasts throughout the year, which would be 2025. That is when you will see SHIB and other assets start to perform and do exceptionally well. Yes, there are some smaller meme coins that have set new all-time highs and have done well with surges and have gotten new listings, but SHIB relies more on that big wave of retail coming in, the overall excitement, not just the what's it called? The one that takes certain events, the catalyst, right? One that takes catalysts to get going. But the good news is that SHIB continues to do well. It continues to gain traction, right? It's already everywhere. It's already in every exchange. It's in every payrail network. But we're still seeing that foundational growth. Remember, people look down on SHIB for such a long period of time. Remember, people have called SHIB dead for forever, even recently, which is just wild to me. Even right here, people were calling Shiba Inu dead, saying nothing was happening. But then at the same time, we're having, $5 billion worth of daily trading volume. The all-time high is coming a lot sooner than people realize, and it's frankly right on schedule. We're at some point going to get a nice burst of excitement, a nice burst of capital, and that is when this supply shock is going to hit for SHIB. FOMO is going to be epic, And you're going to see Shib and many other assets set new all-time highs once again on the path into price discovery, and frankly, prices that some people didn't think were possible. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I appreciate you as always. Again, if you haven't already checked out Margex, there's a referral link in the description below. Again, if you are prepping for this all-time high and want to open up some leverage positions, not a bad place to do it. I've been using Margex uh, since like April, I believe it is. Up 141% on my small one, 795% on my big one. Feel free to check that out if you guys would like. But I want to hear your thoughts. When do you think Shiba Inu is going to hit a new all-time high? Do you ever think it's going to hit a new all-time high? Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.